G'day guys, Cameron here again from Human Electrical and Design with another episode of Ask a Sparky. Now, as the description stated, today we're going to be talking about smoke alarms and which ones that you should have in your house to keep your family safe. So first of all, let's talk about there are two types of smoke alarms that you're generally going to find for your residential domestic applications. Okay, so there's plenty of others out there, heat detectors, carbon monoxide, etc. But today we're going to be talking about the most common smoke detectors that you're going to find, and that's ionization and photoelectric. We're going to go through which ones you should have in your home. So we're going to start with ionization. Okay, so these are your cheaper of your smoke detectors. Okay, and what these do is they are the ones that you've seen. You probably noticed on a smoke alarm you'll have maybe a yellow sticker on it when you open up to change the battery, and it's got the radioactive symbol on it. So that's how you know that you've got an ionization smoke detector. What these do is these are commonly referred to as a smoke alarm that smells smoke. So what they do is I won't get into it too much, but there's a couple of electrodes there. It sends a charge through, and when invisible particles of smoke pass between those two electrodes, it interrupts the current flow, thus sounding your alarms. So these work really well for a fire that is really fast starting. Okay, really clean burning fast fire, which unfortunately you don't find too often in a residential house fire. Okay, generally speaking, they're a slow burning fire to get starting. They'll be smouldering on a couch or curtains or something. So your ionization smoke detectors aren't going to pick up on this for quite a long time until there's an awful lot of smoke in the air. Quite often it can be too late. So in America, I believe they're actually being banned. Okay, and there's pushes in Australia to ban the use of ionization smoke detectors because they're just not faster acting enough as opposed to the photoelectric smoke alarms, which I'll get onto now. This is a photoelectric smoke alarm. Very hard to tell the difference. If you have a look on the back of them, it's going to be backwards for you, but you can see on there, photoelectric smoke alarm. Okay, most smoke alarms will have a label on it to tell you what it is. As I said before, if it's got your radioactive sticker on it, you know it's a ionization. So what these smoke alarms do is these are said to see the smoke as opposed to smell the smoke. So they'll actually pick up on visible particles of smoke. It'll go through a chamber where it's actually got some photoelectric beams, light going through it, and as soon as there's an interruption in that light pattern, it's going to send the smoke alarm into alarm. So these are going to act faster to your slower burning fires, which are most commonly found in house fires. So when things start smouldering, they're not burning very well, they're going to put out a lot of smoke, and these are going to pick up on it really quickly. Right, these are also less likely to false alarm when you burn your toast because it's not the smoke particles that it's looking for. So you're less likely to pull the batteries out of this thing at 6 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning and leave it off for the rest of the night. So our tip is definitely go for the photoelectric smoke alarms. They're going to cost a bit more than your ionization, but there's no point having one if it's not going to work. All right, so in a new build, what you're going to have is there's a legislation where you have to have these connected to mains power as well as having a battery backup. Okay, and they must be interlinked. And what that means is if you have one smoke alarm go off at one end of the house or upstairs or downstairs, it's actually going to set all the smoke alarms off in the house. So you're not going to have a smoke alarm going off in the kitchen and not being able to hear it in your bedroom. Okay, so that's a regulation for new homes. Now, if you don't have a new home but you want to bring them up to speed, what you can get smoke alarms now that have a lithium battery in them. Okay, so you don't have to change a battery for 10 years. Okay, so after 10 years, you almost want to be chucking them and putting a new one in anyway. So they're really good. You can do that yourself if you've only got battery operated ones. You can swap it with a lithium battery. Okay, and what you can also get is a lot of manufacturers now are doing ones that have wireless interlinking. So you don't have to get an electrician out to run cables in between all your smoke alarms to get them to trigger each other if one goes off. You can buy them now with a base on it or built in, that when one goes off, it's going to send a wireless signal to all the other smoke alarms in your house and set them all off at the same time. So that's fantastic. So do yourself a favour, go and have a look at all your smoke alarms. See if they're ionisation ones. If they are, we strongly suggest that you swap them over to a photoelectric smoke alarm. Okay, so I hope that helps. Any more questions, please ask me. We've still got plenty of time, plenty of days for questions. So any question you want to know about anything with the electrical industry, ask a Sparky, comment below, like the video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye for now.